Friends, let's talk about some more issues which can be sorted out in this talk. As you know, we are discussing about the lifestyle changes which can help you to improve your Parkinson's symptoms and to slow the progression of the disease. Let me explain you how the lifestyle changes affect our disease. For last 20 years, there's a branch of medicine known as epigenetics, which is looking into various diseases and how it impacts the disease. We all know that we are born with the DNA, and the DNA in the past was thought to affect the type of diseases we are going to get, and it is non-modifiable. You can't do anything about it. But now we know on the top of the DNA is like a switch on, switch off button, which you can call as epigenome. So even in spite of having a wrong gene, a disease gene, if this button is off, then you might not get the disease. That means the expression of gene is changed. In various research projects in Parkinson's disease, it's being found that epigenetics plays a major role. That means that even if a gene is implicated in Parkinson's disease, it will not get active unless there is a switch on button. And you know, the epigenome are these modes of expression which affect DNA expression, and they are governed by our lifestyle. So if you change your lifestyle, then even in spite of having a wrong gene, it will not manifest. And so it's very, very important to look into this. So talking about the lifestyle changes, let's talk about what you can do in your life. The most important aspect to improve your situation is to get help from the people. And you are the driver of your own bus. So you are driving your bus and you can choose your passengers. Passengers means the people you know, the people you connect with, people you think can help you in this journey. They can be your family members, doctors, allied health professionals, people you meet in church, in your community, people who go and walk with you in the morning, or the people who come to the exercise class. Even your dog, even your pets, they are part of you and they all can help you. The social connectedness is an important factor in Parkinson's disease. In studies, they have found that if you stay alone, that is more detrimental for your Parkinson's disease. So having social connections is really, really important. That it helps in the healing, and then you can involve those people to help you in different ways. So staying connected with people and staying active is very important. You should try to look into the meaning or purpose of life. And that also comes when you make your mind act slow, when you meditate, when you are into the passive mind, the awareness mind, from where you're watching everything. That is the best seat in theater from where you can observe, and then things can work in harmony with that awareness. Now, let's touch base on few things. One is the sleep. I believe sleep is a very, very important factor and is disturbed in a lot of patients with Parkinson's disease. There are many factors for it. One of them is a restless leg syndrome. In Parkinson's, sometimes patients can have restless legs even 10-15 years before other symptoms of Parkinson's manifest. It's like feeling uneasy in your leg, like some insect is crawling in your calf muscles, and you don't get relief unless you leave the bed, go out, walk around, and then come back to the bed. It's worse at night than in the daytime. But when it's really severe, even in daytime when you're sitting, you can have this uneasy, painful, creeping sensation in your legs, and you have this urge to move your legs, which brings some relief. Sometimes it's because of iron deficiency, so it's good to get it checked. And there are medications which can work really well for restless leg syndrome, like clonazepam and melatonin. So you ask your doctor and you can be on these medications which can stop your restless leg syndrome. Another important thing which can affect your sleep is rapid eye movement behavior disorder, or RBD. In this, when you enact in your dreams, you kick or scream, you move, you can even fall from the bed, or you can kick your spouse. This is because the atonia, or the decreased tone which occurs in normal population, normal human beings in sleep, during dreaming does not happen in Parkinson's, and they still have tone. And that's why they actually do that act while they are dreaming. And this again can be corrected by treatment. Treatments like being on dopamine agonist like pramipexole can help. And taking it every night before going to bed can help with this condition. There are other problems at night. It can be nightmares, it can be cramps in the legs. Sometimes cramping in the legs can improve by taking magnesium, or even rubbing magnesium salt on your skin where the cramps are can help you. Some people find that they are more drowsy in daytime, and they have daytime drowsiness. They sleep for a while in daytime, and that's why they can't sleep at nighttime. So changing your habits, maybe having a coffee in the daytime when you're feeling too drowsy, or maybe having a short nap rather than staying on the couch whole day and then feeling very sleepy, and then you are not so tired to get into sleep at night. So all these things can be taken care of. Especially in males, elderly males, they can have prostate issues which wakes them up at night to go to the toilet again and again. It's good to get that checked. So if you sleep well, then your Parkinson's will improve, because the body needs a lot of rest to improve pain, soreness, and stiffness. Some people with Parkinson's disease have difficulty in rolling over in the bed, and that can be addressed very easily by using satin sheets and satin pajamas. So it's easy to roll over. When the things get worse, you can even use like a rope next to the bed which you can use. If at night time there's a lot of stiffness and slowness and you can't have a good sleep, then having some levodopa at night time can be quite useful, especially the controlled release or the extended release tablets. So sleep hygiene is an important thing. Try to avoid having any hot beverages, trying to avoid having alcohol or diet soda at night can help you. Then listening to a light music, and also not engaging in activities which activate your mind too much can be avoided at night before you go to bed. So having a good sleep hygiene, even having a warm shower can help. And then having a routine in life, like going to bed at the same time every day and every night, and then getting up early morning at the same time can help you to get that routine set up in your life. Because changing the routine every day, one day watching movie till late night, can affect your daytime sleepiness. So friends, sleep is an important thing. If you can take care of sleep, you are taking a good care of your Parkinson's disease as well. Now comes the second topic which is important, is speech. Some patients with Parkinson's disease can have a soft voice. And to improve your speech, there are a lot of exercises. The simplest, I believe, is the laughing exercise, which I teach to my Parkinson's patients. Having a big laugh, a loud laugh. And we divide it into 3 types. We have a laugh with the mouth closed, and then mouth open, and a big laugh as loud as you can go, and with the tongue out. So you can do it like this, taking a deep breath in 3 times. And this will be in the yoga video, so you can watch that as well. And there are some yoga postures which can improve your speech as well. You can also look into LSVT loud, which is a scientific proven way to improve your voice quality. And doing these laughing exercises actually helps to decrease the muscle stiffness, and also to improve your facial expressions, which sometimes can be lost in Parkinson's disease because of less spontaneous facial movements. Now we'll come to the swallowing issues. Some patients with Parkinson's can have swallowing problems. So modifying your diet can help. Tucking your chin when you're eating, that can help. And going slow will help. Also chewing your food properly can help. So take care of what you eat and how you eat, so you have less of swallowing issues. Again, in yoga, we have some exercises which can help to improve your swallowing. Some patients with Parkinson's disease can have feeling of dizziness when they stand or walk. They can't stand long for hours, and they feel like they might fall. Now, this is because of Parkinson's disease itself, and this can also be because of the levodopa medications which they take. They also lowers the blood pressure on standing. So to avoid it, you can increase your water intake. You can also add some salt if you have no issues with high blood pressure, if you have no major heart issues or kidney problems, and this can be quite useful. The other things what you can do to improve is doing some regular exercise, especially the leg exercises, as the blood pools in the leg and does not go to the brain. So if you do leg exercises, it helps to pump up the blood back to the brain and you feel less dizzy. Another technique which can help if you are having problems with dizziness is to cut off the main meals and have short meals, because when you have a main meal, all the blood rushes to the gut for digestion and then you can feel dizzy. So cutting down into short meals can help to lower these dizzy spells. If still you are having these dizzy spells, sometimes using elastic stockings or abdominal binders can help you. If these non-pharmacological measures fail, then you can look into medications and you can speak to your doctor about it. Things like motilium can help. And then there are other medications like fludrocortisone. But I believe in most of the cases, just doing these simple things can help you. Some patients with Parkinson's disease can have fidgety movements, dyskinesias, that's what we call them. And this is because of too much of levodopa in our system. To decrease these movements, the easiest way is to decrease the total dose of your levodopa or spread it apart in smaller doses so the peak dose doesn't come. Or even to change over to controlled release medications, or change over from levodopa to Stalevo, or decreasing the total dose of levodopa and adding dopamine agonist. There are so many ways by which you can decrease these dyskinesias or fidgety movements. I'll give you another example how to decrease dyskinesias. Just having deep breaths, long deep breaths. So inhaling in and the body is expanding out, and exhaling and the body sinking down, and having a longer exhale than inhale, which activates parasympathetic system, can help to decrease dyskinesia. This deep breathing exercise can also help to decrease anxiety, decrease the stress, and it is quite a useful thing even to settle you and bring you into the moment when you have to start something which you think will take time, and even to improve your balance. So the balance can be an issue in advanced Parkinson's disease. Remember, balance is never a problem in the initial couple of years of the diagnosis. It usually comes quite late in the disease. And some people can have freezing. When they walk, there's gait initiation difficulty, they can't move and they freeze. Sometimes when they go through the narrow spaces like through a door or an elevator, they freeze. There are some strategies you can use to break this freezing. And one of them is, let's say if you're walking and you freeze, you can stand at that place, have a couple of deep breaths, and then try to move your feet sideways and try to move your toes up. So you try to break the freezing at the level of your feet. You can also bend your knees and just march at the same point. That can break the freezing. Sometimes rhyming or saying 1, 2, 1, 2 can also help. And then you think in your mind, you are aware of the moment, and then take a big step, and that can break the freezing. Another good technique is if you have to go through a door, rather than looking into the door, you look into a point away from the door and look towards that rather than the door, and then you can break that freezing which comes through the narrow space. So there are different techniques by which you can break your freezing and you can improve your balance. Here I would like to point to you about a very, very important aspect in Parkinson's disease, which is living in the moment. Just do one thing at a time. No dual tasking, no multitasking. Let's say you're going for a walk. Don't pick up your phone and talk to people. If you have to take a phone call, stop, sit, finish your talk, and then start walking again. If you're going with a friend for a walk, don't talk to the friend. If you have to talk to the friend, stop walking, talk, and then restart your walk again. The other important thing is you can use various devices and equipments which can help you. These adaptive equipment and assisted devices can make your life very easy. Let's say for an example, you can use a cup which is more rounded and narrow at the top. So if you are using your hands and if they are shaking, it will not spill it. You can use cutlery of a bigger size, and all this is available. Even a cane with a light, so infrared light comes out of it, which makes like a line in front of you, and that helps you to break the freezing and to take big strides. So all these things are available, and you can look into it and you can use them whenever you need them. I hope I have covered many different issues in Parkinson's disease, but there is a lot to Parkinson's disease, and if you have any questions, we can always discuss through an email or through other ways where I can answer to your other queries. But if you go through these videos, probably your other questions might be answered in some other subsequent videos. Thank you for watching.